Hello, sweet friends. Okay, so I have been cleaning out my fridge today. I've been super busy, and let me show you what I have come up with to make tonight. Okay, it's something that is super easy, low carb, but a good Southern dish. Okay, so I have 1/2 a pack of smoked sausage here. I had already cooked the other half for something else, and then I have some orange bell pepper. You can use any color you want, and then I have some onions here. Okay, and then I have this big old plate of cabbage. So we're going to do smoked sausage with cabbage, and I love that. Y'all may love it too, and I'm sure you've probably made it before. And then I had a little bit of about 1/2 a pack of bacon, fried that up, got that ready to go, and I'm gonna do just 1 can of green beans with it. That's it. That's what's gonna be my dinner for tonight, y'all. So in my skillet over here, where I fried up my bacon, I have just a little bit of the bacon grease left. I took some of it out and put in my skillet back here, just enough to coat it really good for my green beans. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my sausage in my skillet here. And we're going to fry it up a little bit. It's not even hot yet, but that's okay. But yeah, I was cleaning out my fridge and I thought, what do I need to cook today? I feel like sometimes I have so much stuff on hand and it may not be something that I exactly want, but I feel like I don't want to go to the store and spend money whenever I have all these things I need to cook, especially when it comes down to fresh ingredients like my cabbage, my peppers, and I have the sausage. So I knew I either needed to cook the sausage or freeze it. So I decided to cook it, and y'all know I'm kind of on this low carb kick. I have a trip coming up in March, so I'm trying to watch what I eat. I would really like to lose about 10 pounds between now and then. Y'all, if you're a middle-aged woman like me, you totally get it. I know you do. So don't worry, I have so many. I have such a long list of things that I want to show y'all. As far as recipes and just different things, but I'm just gonna have to slowly incorporate those in, especially while I'm trying to eat better. So y'all just bear with me. I promise I have more delicious just unhealthy good things to come. Okay, let's just put it that way. But anyway, so what we're going to do, y'all, and a lot of y'all may be like me, you may like to have little things like this too. So I always try to do a little something for everybody. So what we're going to do here, y'all, is that I'm just going to fry up this little bit of sausage. And like I said, this is 1/2 a pack. I had used the other half the other day. And that's what's good about having this smoked sausage, y'all. You can, it lasts a good long time in your fridge. And then you can do, just say you can get half of it out and cook it. You can freeze the other half, or you can freeze it in 2 batches. So like if you're cooking for one, this is a very good thing to do, is the sausage, because you can make so many different things with it, and you can use one link. And like I said, use half in the fridge, put half in the freezer. Cook a little here, a little there. I mean, it's perfect. And so I love it too. And it's good. It really is good. And I mean, when you throw cabbage in there, that's the true Southern deal, isn't it? All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let my sausage get cooking a little bit. I'm going to get my other skillet over here and get it hot for our green beans. Y'all know I love green beans, so that's kind of my go-to for a green vegetable. And I'll come back in a second, and I'm going to show you how I like to put all this together. Okay, y'all, let's get our green beans going. I know I have showed you this time and time again, but I will show it again just in case I have any new followers. I'll just show you my favorite way to do my green beans. Okay, so I have just like maybe a tablespoonful of bacon grease here in my skillet. And you just do more or less depending on how much you're doing. I'm doing 1 can of green beans that I have rinsed, drained. I never use the liquid inside the can, and I always rinse them really good. So we're just going to toss those in there, okay? And then I'm just going to use this. What I like to do is just toss those around by themselves in that little bit of bacon grease for a minute before I add anything else, but I like to go ahead and add my seasoning. So what I like to add to mine, a little bit of Creole. Like I said, this is a small amount, so we're just going to do a little pinch, y'all. Just a tiny bit. A tiny bit goes a long way. I'm going to do a little bit of onion powder. Just sprinkle some in. A little bit of garlic powder. Okay. And then we're going to do just a smidge of salt because we've already added that Creole. It has a little bit of salt in it. And then we're going to do a little bit of pepper. Now I'm telling you, these will make the best green beans. Okay. And then we're going to do just a pinch of sugar, just regular sugar. All right. Just a tad. Okay. That is plenty. Now, sometimes I will add onions in here with these. It just depends. I don't think I'm going to tonight because I kind of need all these for my sausage. But I tell you what I might do. I think I'm going to do some minced onion, and that's optional. You can add some in if you want. I think I'm going to throw some in, and then I'm just going to let that cook for a little bit in there before I add my other stuff. And these will be the best green beans, y'all. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm going to stir our sausage up over here. It's getting good and brown. Looks good. Now what we're going to do with it is throw in our onions and our pepper, okay? Kind of turn that heat down a little bit. You don't want your sausage to burn. But this creates the best flavor. And you can just do it just like this. And I have done that many times, and it's one of my favorite ways to eat smoked sausage. But tonight we're going to add the cabbage in. But we're going to do that in a minute after this cooks down a little bit. We're going to cook down our green beans. And then another thing, y'all. So if I do, let's say, 2 cans of green beans, I would typically add 1 of the chicken bouillon cube, or a little spoonful of the little bouillon, you know, that you keep in the fridge. I don't have any of that. I've ran out. So what I'm going to do, since I'm just doing 1 can, I'm going to add in, I chopped this up. This is 1/2 a piece of a chicken bouillon. What I'm telling y'all is you can cook for 1 person. You can still cook for 1 person just like you did if you had more people. You just have to cut everything down a little bit. And so I'm going to throw that 1/2 of a chicken bouillon in there, and y'all, that gives the best flavor. I'm telling you, don't skip that part. Typically what I do, if I do 1 can, I'll do 1/2 of a bouillon cube. If I do 2 cans, I'll do a whole one. And then sometimes if I'm cooking a lot for like a lot of people and do 4 cans of green beans, then I will do 2 chicken bouillon cubes. So it's really just however much you're cooking, and it adds the best flavor. And I never ever add in the liquid from the can. What I do is I sear these up for a second, put all of my stuff in, and then I add my own little bit of water in there, and then just a little bit of butter. I'll show y'all in a second. Let me let this all get going, and I'll come back and we're going to add some more stuff. Okay, y'all. Now for our green beans, after they've just kind of seared up and soaked up all of that good stuff, we're going to put, since this is a small amount, I'm going to say maybe about 1/2 teaspoon of butter. Okay? And now typically if I do 2 cans, I would do a whole tablespoon, and then y'all know, you just add to it as you go. So I'm going to do 1/2 tablespoon for this. Just kind of melt all that down in those green beans. And then now what I'm going to do is add in a little bit of water. Okay? Just a tiny bit, just because I like for these to still slow cook. It gives it that good, slow cooked, fresh green bean flavor. And then I have a little piece of my hog's jaw here. If you've ever seen, I chop this up, keep it in the freezer because it's perfect for things like this. And I'm just going to pop that in there with our water and our green beans. And I'm just going to turn the temperature down and let these slow cook. And they will be so delicious, and they're straight out of a can, y'all. That's what makes it so great. Alright, we have our smoked sausage, our peppers, our onions over here cooking. I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get those out. And then we're going to put our cabbage in. So let's see. We've cooked these down. We're going to get, you want to get a slotted spoon so you can leave a little bit of that liquid in there for your cabbage. Now this is good. This little technique here with these ingredients is good to make a soup with too. And I do that sometimes, but tonight I just kind of wanted to do it like this. So it's okay if we still have a few onions left. I even actually like to, so I'm going to throw a few back in there. You want to get all the sausage out, maybe leave in a few of the onions. You definitely want to leave in that liquid. Okay. Now what we're going to do, take our cabbage, toss that in, all that good flavored stuff. Okay. There we go. Now this is so quick, it's easy, it's healthy, and it's good. That's the thing about it, it's really good. Alright, so we're going to toss this around real good, let it get incorporated and all that good flavor. Let's go ahead and throw our seasoning in while I have y'all on here. Let me get you up here closer, let's see. Okay. Alright, so we'll do a little bit of onion powder. Just sprinkle some on. We're going to do a little bit of garlic powder. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. We're going to do a little bit, oh, I hadn't opened this, I got a new one. A little bit of paprika. Let me get that thing off of there. Okay. A little bit of paprika. It really gives it a nice flavor. Just a little. And then let's do some Creole and some salt and pepper. Okay. Pepper, sprinkle some on. A little bit of salt. Now don't, like it again, go easy on your salt because we're going to add other salty things like this Creole. It has salt in it. Sprinkle some of it in. Okay. We're going to do 1 chicken bouillon cube, and then we're going to add some water in this and let this cabbage cook down. And I promise you, it will give you the best flavored cabbage you've ever eaten. Okay, y'all take my word for it. Alright, so let's give that a good toss. Get all of those seasonings on there. Okay. Alright, we're going to do just a little splash of apple cider vinegar. I like to pour it in the cap, that way I can kind of control it a little bit better. So, just a little splash. There you go. Okay, we got all of that. We have our chicken bouillon in there. And now we just need to add a little smidge of water and let this slow cook. Let me get my cup here. Get a little bit more water. So let's see, let's add in about, for this amount, this is maybe about a little bit under half a head of cabbage. I didn't have a whole thing left, but just a little bit. And you have that bouillon in there. You throw that water in. It should look something like this. And then what you're going to do at this point, put your lid on and let this just slow cook and simmer with all of those great flavors, and it will be delicious. And then we're going to throw our sausage and onions and peppers back in, and it will be delicious, y'all. We have our green beans here just slow cooking with our hog's jaw in it. We have them seasoned up good. And I'll be back, and I'm telling you what, y'all, this is a delicious, easy, healthy southern meal. Y'all, look who come in here while I was in here cooking. Here she comes. She was in there napping. She got to smelling this good food. So here she comes. I wanted to show her to y'all. Her little hood's messed up. I have to tuck it down like this. But say hi, Belle. Say hi to all your friends. Look at them. Say hi. Say hi. Yes. Anyway, she come in here. I'm going to put her over here in her chair. And she'll probably sit there the rest of the way. But anyway, I just have these green beans just cooking up here. I have the cabbage kind of steaming a little bit over here with our seasonings and everything we put on them. And then we're here in a second. We're going to toss our sausage and peppers and onions all back in there. A little bit of bacon. And y'all, this is a delicious meal. But anyway, I'm going to put her down over here. And I'll be back. Say bye, Bill. Better say bye. Okay, y'all. As you can see here, our cabbage, it has cooked down really good. It still has a little bit of crunch to it, but it's kind of soft too. That's the texture that I like. So what I'm going to do at this point is go ahead, put our onions, peppers, sausage, all of that back in there. Okay, put that over there. I'm gonna give this a good mix. We're gonna turn it down. All the liquid has pretty much cooked out of it. Now this is really good to do if you have like a whole package of the sausage. Like I said, I only had half a package and I was just cleaning out my fridge, and this is what I decided to make. But this is perfect to make a big nice meal out of. It is so good. Okay, now what I'm going to do, you know that bacon I told y'all I cooked earlier that I had? I'm going to toss a little bit of that in here with it. Let's see, about that much. And then this other little bit, I'm going to toss in my green beans. And that makes for the perfect little meal for that little bit of leftover bacon that I had. And I'm going to let that cook down for a second. In there with those. You can see that. I'm going to mix the bacon up in this. And y'all, I'm just going to let all this hang out for a few minutes. I'll come back. We're going to plate this up, and this is a delicious meal. Okay, y'all, our good little low carb meal is done. And I'm telling you what, if y'all have never made this, you're going to have to try it, because I have made this before, and I can tell you now, it is delicious. I'm going to plate some of it up. And if you don't have the bacon, that's fine. I just had it. So I went on ahead and added a little bit in with the cabbage and the green beans. It worked out perfectly. Let me show y'all this. Look at this. Does that not look delicious? And you can also make this into a soup. You know, I have done that before, but I like, if I make it into a soup, I like to eat it with rice. So I didn't want to add those carbs in tonight, so I just did it like this. But it's a perfect little meal, especially if you want to cut out those carbs. So let's get some up here. I'm trying to get more of that sausage. And the bacon, like I said, it's just a nice addition to it, but you don't have to do that. Or even the peppers. I have made this so many different ways, y'all. I have done it with just the sausage, with the cabbage, with onion, you know, any way you want to do it. There's really no rules to it. But look at that. I'm so excited. I tell you what would be great with this, y'all, though, is a big old bowl of white beans and cornbread. Would that not fit this perfectly? But like I said, I'm trying to do good, so y'all just bear with me, and I appreciate y'all trying to bear with me and continuing to follow me and watch while I'm trying to be on this little weight loss journey. I want to lose 10 pounds, so if I want to lose it before my trip, and so I have about 6 weeks or 5 weeks, I think, before my trip. So I think I could do that or I know I can do it if I will just stick with it and get my mind to it. But I love cooking for y'all, so when I think of something good, I'm like, oh, I want to get on there and cook it. And of course, everything I cook, I eat. I cannot cook stuff and not eat it. I feel like there's a lot of cooks out there that do videos and they make all these recipes, and I'm thinking there's no way that you eat that. But I'm not that one. If I cook something, I'm eating it. So y'all hang in there with me, and I appreciate y'all if y'all do. That's so good. I'm telling y'all, add those spices in your cabbage. Do it like I showed y'all. You'll love it. You can also put a little pinch of sugar in with your cabbage too, and that will make it even a little bit better. I didn't do the sugar tonight, but you can, and that makes it great. I did put my little pinch of sugar in my green beans, but I didn't my cabbage. Delicious, y'all. If you like cabbage and you like smoked sausage, you'll love this. A lot of you probably already made it, but maybe you didn't make it this way, or maybe this is a different way. So I wanted to share it with y'all. Wonderful. Okay, y'all. I've kept y'all on here way too long, but this is good. It's easy. It's quick. It's a great meal for, like I said, I was cleaning out my fridge and I thought, what can I make? I don't want to go buy anything to cook anything tonight because I have all these fresh ingredients. So this is what I come up with. You can always come up with something with things that you have. And also, if you are just cooking for one person, trust me, you can still always cook for yourself. I see so many people say that they don't like to cook anymore because it's just them, and I get that. But there's different ways that you can do and go about it and still cook for one person. So don't ever think you can't cook for yourself, because you can. Okay, I do it for myself all the time. Aside from sweet little Bella, she gets a few little bites here and there. She's over there in her chair now, but she's been enjoying her chicken and rice and spitting out her carrots and peas, as y'all seen. But anyway, I hope y'all try this if you've never tried it, and I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.